boss is expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go now.
Smith going to look to throw right away. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing now is Geno. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And
yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been taking the dash on wood. 10 payments to back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk.
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Javon Curse. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Lawrence will throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. That one complete to Okoye. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mayfield now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and Barkley hit and the ball pops free. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and Walker has it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle with with Barkley. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Here's Mayfield. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Delaney Walker from 3 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Lawrence. This is caught. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down into...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Evans. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Lawrence's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A.J. Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They pitch it out to Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing now, Lawrence. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Lawrence huge play at this point in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now Mayfield. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. A final shot now for Lawrence. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.